So in this example, it asks us to find the inverse of the function f of x equals x squared, given that x is greater than or equal to 0. So it's restricting that domain. It wants us to graph the original one, which is gray, and then the inverse, which is the purple. So if just given that original f of x equals x squared, if you guys plug in 0, 0 squared gives you 0 for y. 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9. So that's where I got those values from. So if I go ahead and put those on the graph, so 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 4, and 3, 9, and we'll just draw that up there. So then the inverse, if you guys switch your x and y, which we did down below there in the purple, switch your x and y, so make it x equals y squared. You take the square root of x, so the square root of x is what your inverse function is. So if we take the square root of 0, we get 0. Square root of 1, we get 1. Square root of 4, we get 2. Square root of 9, we get 3. So if we go ahead and plot the inverse on our graph then, so 0, 0, 1, 1, 4, 2, 9, 3, and then plot that, or connect your dots there. So you guys should be able to see a couple of things here. First, you should see that it is a reflection over that diagonal line, y equals x, y equals 1x. So there's that. It's a reflection over that line. But then also, if you look at our graph or our charts, our x and y values are just flipped, right? In the original, we had 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 4, 3, 9. In our inverse, we had 0, 0, 1, 1, 4, 2, 9, 3. So the input and output values are switched. So we can do this graphically. We can do it with an equation. So if number 5 wants us to graph the inverse without an equation, all you have to do is figure out what points you have. So like our first point over here on the left is -7, -6. So we have the point -6, -7, which is right where I just wrote. -6, -7. This point here is -5, 1. So we have 1, -5. Our next point is -3, +2. So we have 2, -3. Next point is 1, 3. So we have 3, 1. And then that last point is 1, 10. So we have 10, 1. And this is -1. Screwed that up. So I'm like, something doesn't add up here. So that's -1, 3. So we want 3, -1. There we go. So if you guys kind of try, and again, this is a reflection over that line through the middle, but try to draw it similar. So you can kind of see that reflection over that diagonal line. So even if you don't have an equation, if you guys understand that the inverse is just the input and output values switched, if you have points on that original, on that red function, then you can just switch the input and output values to graph the inverse then. And then that one will be the inverse function.